Excuse me. We're going handheld today. Looks like there's one person here. Don't I'm gonna wait for more people to show up. Um let me know if you can hear me all right and if everything sounds and looks good and everything. Oh, it looks like there's more people. Yeah, it looks like there's 3 people. Hi everyone. That Okay, again, I'm doing this all on my phone, so it's gonna be stream's fine, that's good. Um or what again, I'm doing this on my phone, and I'm gonna just tweet out the link real quick again. So I'm sorry, give me give me just a couple of seconds while I awkwardly do that. I'm sure it's great content. Oh, thanks. It's good to see all of you again. Virginia. Oh shoot, I forgot. I'm having some technical difficulties with like anything monetization wise. Not that I've gotten demonetized, but it's complicated. So I'm gonna ask not to. I wonder if I can turn super chats off. Fuck, because I don't want anyone to waste their money since it's not working. I don't know how to do that on my phone. But anyways, yeah, just so you know, you don't see a super chat option. Well, that's great because it's not working. Fuck. I might switch to Twitch at one point because of that, but now we're getting off topic. Anyways, so as the title says, I wanted to talk about leftism and disability, and just for clarity's sake, I don't mean Virginia cats. Fuck. I don't mean liberalism. I know a lot of people who've watched this channel before don't know, though if you follow my Twitter, you would. But I actually am a socialist. More specifically, I lean towards anarcho-socialism. But I'm not like totally, what's the word? Like, I still have a lot to learn about all of the other different ideologies and stuff. So it's not like I'm totally all the way committed to that yet. But yeah, there's not a lot of disabled leftists who are talking about disability on YouTube a bit. So I wanted to add my cats, my few bits to that conversation and see how it goes. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot prepared, just because I've had like very little sleep and migraines for the past few days. The stream was actually supposed to be like, it was actually supposed to happen like 3 days ago, but then I didn't feel well. But I figure it's better to come on here and try to talk about that stuff and maybe do it imperfectly than not have my voice out there at all. I hope that makes sense. I'm actually curious, with the people who are in this chat. Oh, thanks, I missed you too. That I'm curious, like, generally, like, what your political leanings are, or if you're a leftist, and if you're a leftist, have you, like, thought about, disability and ableism as it pertains to leftism? But I'd be interested to see, like, what my audience is like. I'm a little nervous, to be honest, but I like to hear from y'all. Whew, the cats. Good. It's a car. I don't know if you can hear that. There's gonna be some noise. Good in the background, just because from cars, and also my family might come home soon. Excuse me, I'm just adjusting. My hands have gotten tired. I suppose I should talk about like they I don't know if I've ever totally explained like what my identities are, or um that like what my perspective is. Oh, I'm looking at the chat. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm so tired and I have ADHD, so this isn't gonna be very professional. Um I live my personal life like a leftist, but I prefer right-wing politics generally from a social organization standpoint. But okay. My cousin had the same disability. I talked with him about you, and now he's subscribed and watched all of your videos, and you're making an impact to the people around the world. Oh, that's so great. That's so great to hear. Disabled leftists here? Yeah. Good. Fellow comrade. that um I would like to say I lean a little left, but I do prefer right winged when it comes to voting or such. So that it looks like we have a lot of centrists there. I'm not surprised because um I haven't really spoken much about politics exclusively on this channel. I always meant to, um, but I guess I kept making stuff about Tourette's because people needed educating about that in particular. But I do want to expand it, but I wouldn't be surprised if like a lot of my audience either isn't that into politics or has like different perspectives or doesn't know what I think. But and you all are welcome to stay around so long as you're not saying stuff that that is harmful. Um so like yeah, I want people to like come and learn um that and all of that. But if like what you're saying like bigoted stuff, then um I'm probably gonna like ban you from the chat. But that other than that, I would like to talk to um people with other perspectives, including people with other like leftist perspectives that are different from mine. But and in fact, especially other leftists, because I still do feel like I have a lot to learn. Hey, Lefty Charlie's here. Disabled Comrades Unite. Yes. Whew. That you all should go check out Lefty Charlie's channel and subscribe to. I forgot your pronouns. I'm so sorry. I'll say them for now because my memory's bad. But yeah, go subscribe to their channel. That oh, fuck. I don't know about the distribution of my ticks and videos. They just sort of happen. I'm not always like totally paying attention to them. Fuck. I do know that they've lessened over the years, and especially like when I'm talking, I don't have as many of them, and a lot of people thought I was editing them out or something. But it was only because I would keep in the places where I was talking, and when I was talking, I wouldn't tick as much. So yeah, that's a tangent, but that was kind of annoying. Fuck. Also, if I did choose to edit out my ticks, it wouldn't be anyone's business. Like, I don't have to share that, but whatever. But he, him, or they, them is fine. Okay, good. It's good to know I didn't use the wrong pronouns. Yeah, my ticks have I used to be a lot more severe than I am. Fuck, this is still really severe for Tourette's. Like most people with Tourette's don't take it as much as I do, but I used to I used to have a lot more tics and they were a lot more destructive. But fuck. Yeah, I also want to, while we're talking about my disabilities, I really want to say too that I don't just have Tourette's. I have a chronic illness called ME. Um, and I have a lot of things that come with Tourette's, like ADHD. Um, I I have memory issues as I'm experiencing now and brain fog that come with my chronic illness. Um, what else do I have? I have sensory processing disorder, a coordination disorder called dyspraxia, um, all sorts of stuff. And so I'm multiply disabled, as well as Black and queer. Um, so yeah, that's fuck. I just want to mention that because that's sort of where I'm coming from in these discussions. It's not just like, but it's not like I'm just disabled or like I'm just Black or I don't know. That I think it's a lot different when you're having these discussions and you're multiply marginalized. So you see a lot more that other more privileged people don't see or don't have experience with, or I like to think that you get more of a bird's eye view of problems, and you could see more how problems are connected because it's very relevant to your own life. I don't know if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, is it difficult to speak with your problems? Sometimes it depends on what tics I'm experiencing. Intersectional theory is important. Disability is different for Black people and queer people. Yes, it is very different, and that honestly gets very ignored on both sides of that matter, and it can get very frustrating because like it's different. But like let's say you're talking about like police brutality and like that it's one thing to be just Black, but it's another thing to also be disabled. The numbers for disabled people with police brutality are very high too. And most of those people are Black. So oftentimes when I'm coming to a discussion about that, people don't realize like um just where I'm coming from with that, and how high the risk is for me, especially with my disability, because fuck off with my hey fuck you, hey, um excuse me, um my Tourette's is very much, I like to say, trying to get me in trouble. Like if I don't want to do something, the more I don't want to do something, the more likely I am to do it. So when I'm around police, I swear, fuck off. I say F the police. I claim to be on drugs. I claim to have stolen things. I say I have a gun. And I don't know. I don't even remember all the things. Like anything you could think of that's bad to do around police, I do. Um, so coming to that discussion like that is different, even when I'm talking to other Black people, because other Black people don't really, if they're not disabled, or sometimes even if they are disabled but don't have the same disability as mine, uh, we don't always have the same experience, and people don't realize that how different that is and how different it is to go out like that. When literally like every police encounter is like a threat. That um I don't know how to treat fibromyalgia. I do have it, but that's not really what this stream about. But I hope your girlfriend finds something that works for her, because fibromyalgia sucks. Fuck. The someone also said race shouldn't matter, and like, what? Yeah, obviously shouldn't, but it does. So, what? That, I don't know. That I find comments like that kind of annoying at times, just because like it's like, yeah, but what? Like, look around you. That that CBD and marijuana can help a lot of things. It's overstated, but fuck. Yeah. The fuck, fuck off. I'm a cat. I'm Bagel. Hi, fuck you. Of course, as soon as I stop talking and I'm not as focused, my Tourette's is like, it's my turn. Hi. But but yeah, I'm interested in everyone's thoughts about like what I've said before, especially other disabled leftists or other leftists on here who have had these conversations, who are multiply marginalized like me. That I wonder if you had the same experience, just broadly, of like the coming, maybe like just coming to a conversation, fuck, where we're like one of your identities is recognized, but the others aren't, or maybe that intersectionality isn't as much. Oh, keys. Fuck. Oh, I'm a cat. I'm fucking gay. But I'm sure it's interesting watching me just sit here and take. Sorry, my brain is like, oh, well, actually, that's another thing I can talk about is having like cognitive issues on the left. I haven't really talked much about my brain fog and my ADHD and how that intersects on this channel, but that a lot of the times I think people don't realize that I have those kinds of disabilities. The chat's been moving and it hasn't updated. Sorry. But yeah, it can often be a little bit anxiety inducing when so much of the left is very ableist about anything to do with intelligence or cognition or even like mental health. Fuck, when you have all of that stuff and people just aren't aware of it. I think that's something that's been kind of frustrating to me on the left, is like people use that kind of language a lot, and that I hate how many leftists on social media are ableist and use ableist slurs. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about, is like that it's frustrating with the left as well, because they're supposed to be fighting for marginalized people. But so it almost feels worse to be left out of a group that's supposed to be fighting for you. And like when that people say all this stuff about fighting for marginalized people, but then they'll say something like, warning ableism here, like, oh, all the Nazis are just mentally ill. and you're sitting there as a mentally ill person, like, or they think like fascism is caused by a lack of intelligence, and I know that even when my brain fog is bad, that I'm not a Nazi. So I would really like to see more awareness of that. Fuck. The on the left, I don't know why my chat isn't updating well. Sorry if I'm like scrolling through it. Um, but yeah, I often feel really annoying too when I'm trying to tell people about it and they just aren't aware. So I know I sound, and again, ableist language here. To them, I sound like crazy, or just annoying, or a little bit out there, or like too radical on this. But they've just never like listened to a disabled person before, so they have no idea. And I'll be telling people like, hey, maybe you shouldn't be saying stuff like, again, ableist slurs, warning, like stupid, or especially like stuff like idiot or moron that used to be like diagnoses. Um, People just won't understand it, and it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I feel so annoying, and I wish people like took it upon themselves to like go look at that and study that stuff before I told them, so I didn't feel like I had to say something and then be annoying and have this whole argument or whole discussion. Yeah, it's very frustrating. Let me look at this chat. If you're annoying them, you're doing a good job. People need to be confronted with their biases. I feel the same, but yeah, it's frustrating. It's stuff that needs to be done and needs to be said. um, it's very frustrating. Fuck. I'm always hesitant to say stuff to bigger accounts. I am too, but I will, even if it'll be frustrating, because like, I don't know. I usually, not always, but I usually have a, excuse me, more of a thick skin and the more tolerance. And I guess I'm not like confrontational by nature, but lately I've been the more willing to be confrontational. Um, excuse me. Yeah, I've been more willing to be confrontational just because I feel like I need to. Um, that so fuck. I don't know. If I have the energy, I usually just do it. But yeah, it's frustrating. They may think you're crazy or annoying, but you've taught me so much about ableism and understanding how broad disability is. I appreciate your insights. Aw, thank you so much. That really does mean a lot. Yeah, I do want to make a point really quick. I know I'm so all over the place. This is just how the streams are gonna be because my brain, again, hella disabled. But I do want to make a point about how broad disability is. Fuck, sometimes I think people think of disabled people as like one like unified group, but it's actually an umbrella term, kind of like when you say like POC, like you're not just talking about like one group, you're talking about a bunch of different races and ethnicities and all of that. Or if you say LGBTQ plus, there are a lot of like genders and sexualities in that, and that's sort of kind of how disability is, where like they're people with more invisible disabilities are going to have a different experience and outlook than people with visible ones. Or like people with cognitive and intellectual disabilities are going to have a different experience than people without. Like we are so diverse. We have so many different needs. A bunch of different disabilities have different stigmas, different histories. That it's so broad. Oh, don't good. Started saying stuff about them being ableist and then immediately blocking them. That way I don't get really anxious about it. Yeah, I tend to do that with the smaller people that maybe people aren't paying attention to. Not that any way that anyone engages with ableism is wrong. Um, but I tend to put a little bit more effort into people with larger platforms because it just matters more what they say. But yeah, if it's someone, if it's just like fuck some rando commenting on Twitter, no one's paying attention, I'll block them. But Virginia, Josh Blue, I don't know who Josh Blue is. He's a comedian. Interesting. Oh, you should message me about that later because I have memory problems and I will entirely forget. But yeah, thanks for that. But yeah, physical disabilities for some reason TS doesn't count versus mental disabilities. Tourette's is such a like it's neurological, but it really does affect your body and excuse me, notification. But it really like can like Tourette's is a movement disorder. It's not just like confined like in your brain. That it's like I don't have control over my body. That but sometimes it's hard to walk. Sometimes it's hard to eat. Sometimes it's hard to see because I'm gonna trigger it, but my eyes roll too much, and then it's hard to see. So Tourette's covers a lot of ground. But yeah, physical disabilities versus mental disabilities is huge. And again, some people have both. So there's sort of an intersectionality of sorts within the disabled community. But yeah, there can also be a lot of ableism between those two groups. Especially towards people, well, I don't know. I don't know if it's worse on either side. I have to think about that more before I say something and get myself in trouble. But I missed a lot of the chat. Fuck, let me look up and see. Uwe, good. It sucks that we have to be the ones to do this. I wish more abled people would call ableism out. Yes, thank you. The burden of doing this should not just be on good disabled people. It is so much more frustrating for us and it's so much more personal. Good, honestly, if you're abled and you can listen to people with disabilities, and call it out where you see it in your own life where you don't really have a personal stake in it. Uwe, that would make things so much easier. I mean, obviously, like, try to learn before you say stuff, but like, if you see something that you know is wrong, don't be afraid to say something. Don't just leave it up to disabled people to try to constantly advocate this or constantly have these very frustrating conversations. It cannot be all on us. Go out of your way to learn about it. Don't wait till like some disabled person has to educate you. There's a lot of education that's already out there in various forms. This live stream is one. My YouTube channel has quite a few things already. My Twitter is more. You can follow disabled people on Twitter and they'll post not only their own experience, but articles and videos all the time. So like go out of your way to seek out this stuff. And learn just like a little bit at least. That stuff helps so much. If what Abels could just be proactive about that, it would help so much. Good. Oh, good. Yes, there's nothing I appreciate more than my friends and family have helped address ableism. Oh, and it's incredible to have it not just me constantly educating. Oh my gosh, yes. And I'm so glad that you have fuck off friends and family who do that. Oh, if that could just be like way more common, that would be great. I'd love to see fuck a disability become part of a larger conversation, and I'd like to see more disabled people who are multiply marginalized like myself fuck leading that, because um I think we've been sort of left on the sidelines, even in leftist circles, for much too long. People will do as people will do, accept this, and hopefully it will be returned. If then they do not care, then they do not care, and they should not matter. I think I'm gonna push back against that a little bit, because it does kind of matter. And very here, let me adjust my phone. Sorry, my hands get tired. Um, it matters in a very material way. Like if this was just a problem of individual people being jerks, like fine, but there's a lot of stuff that people don't know about that people should care more about. Stuff like fuck, for instance, accessibility and our rights, and how the ADA has been totally gutted. And for people who don't know, that's the Americans with Disabilities Act that gives us rights to accessibility. I can talk about that more later. Or people need to know about stuff like SSI, and the fact that we don't have marriage rights, or the fact that Trump is now trying to say that mentally ill people should be locked up. Like that stuff matters. Fuck, and if you're not educated on that, then you can't act against it and you can't change it. But but if more people cared, then that stuff wouldn't. We could resist that stuff and maybe have it impact and harm less people. So yeah. But I don't know. I am bothered. That I don't think the problem is with marginalized people being bothered by their oppression. I think more people should be bothered, and bothered not just by stuff that affects them, and maybe instead of worrying about the response or emotions of people who are being oppressed, worry about the oppression and how you can stop it. I hope that makes sense to you. But I'm gonna ban this person. Someone is saying asking if I got exotic blood. Oh, why isn't this working? But I should have gotten mods. But there we go. That does anyone want a mod for me? But that because it's really hard to do all this on my phone. But anyone else in my family have the same disability? No, there are other disabled people in my family, though I don't want to give out their information and all of that. Fuck. The and I guess some of them do have the same disabilities as me, but not like Tourette's or me. But yes, I am for the underdogs and equality for all, but unfortunately that may never happen. I'm sorry. But well, that doesn't. We should. But I think we should absolutely attempt to but make the most ideal society possible. I know but maybe a perfect society isn't possible, but I think we should strive for that and not just like the be like, oh well, equality will never happen, so might as well not try. I don't but like equality may never happen. But we can get closer to it and we can prevent a lot of harm to a lot of people. And I think that's what it's about, right? Oh, keys. It's interesting to me, Pekka, how some people believe that you let yourself be upset, hurt, or bothered, or whatever. Maybe it's because I'm autistic, but I don't understand that at all. I can't control my feelings. Yeah, no one can control their feelings. I think if they believe they can, that might be a little bit of an illusion, because you cannot. You can control but how you respond to those feelings. Like maybe those people are suppressing their feelings, and that's so that they don't have those feelings. It's that they're ignoring them. Um, but I don't think feelings are bad. It's how we're gonna respond to them. Good that makes us good or bad. And just because maybe you're responding in an emotional way doesn't mean that that's bad, because feelings aren't bad. That I think we should try to respond in a way that is productive, that lets our feelings out, that doesn't harm others, that improves our lives and the lives of others, stuff like that. I mean, obviously that doesn't always happen because we're all human, but that's something that we should strive for. that I feel the meaning of life is to do the best we can and make the best positive influences possible for the time we have. You're doing well. Please never lose faith. Faith in you and the world. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet. But yeah, right. We can't not let it bother us. Some things should bother us. Disabled people getting angry about ableism is totally fine. We should be angry. I totally agree. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, but like the I don't know why like people don't get more angry sometimes. But people being treated unjustly, disabled people being homeless, lacking medical care, not having marriage rights. That should enrage people, quite frankly. That and I wish more people felt that and allowed themselves to be passionate about that, even if it didn't affect them. We should be more angry about that stuff. Not that that's all we should feel, but being angry about that or being passionate about that isn't bad. Emma. Yes, respectability politics is trash garbage. Thank you. Absolutely, absolutely. But which law changes are you talking about, Jim? I'm curious about that. The how? But many. I can see that. Yeah, yeah. But the U.S. is not a great place. Good. Fuck. I don't know if there's many places that I like, but the U.S. is pretty awful. Watch me lose like half my subscribers after saying that. Probably this whole stream is gonna have me losing subscribers, but whatever. If you don't like me, you can go. I'm just gonna talk to the people who are gonna listen and have honest conversations and stuff like that. that you drive in rush hour traffic? I'm not very familiar with what you're talking about, Jim. Um, that you're cool and unique. If anyone wants to expend their energy to bring you down, it's because they need validation from you. They don't deserve your attention. Never let anyone hold you back. Oh, but um, don't censor yourself. Your honesty is why you love you. Honestly, I think fuck. My honesty and bluntness is one of my best traits. I used to not like it. Um, but hmm, I don't know. Fuck. I think it's good that I at least good. Like if there's an elephant in the room, I'm probably gonna point it out. And a lot of the times, the elephant in the room is oppression, and it needs to be pointed out. So I enjoy my ability to be honest, and sometimes, fuck, have uncomfortable conversations because of it. But I think it's worth it, and it's needed. Um, and again, just because I'm very disabled and to be honest, there's a lot of abilities that I don't have. So that's one that I appreciate that I can still do. But most of the time, actually, not all the time, but most of the time. Fuck, it depends on my level of brain fog and energy and all that. Oh, yeah, but, I don't know much about being trans in the UK, but I've heard a lot about that. I know a lot of your publications. I'm blanking on the right word. But I know a lot of like the magazines and media there have been awful, but I'm not trans, so I don't cats. Um I don't have a lot of reference for that. Oh, one reason I didn't get more angry about certain people being mean, fuck, was because they were disabled too, and I felt like they didn't know better. But I did tell the guy to stop. Well, yeah, you can be. So remember what I was saying about like, fuck, how broad disability is. So you can either be laterally ableist, which is basically being ableist towards people with disabilities that you don't have. Fuck, or you can have internalized ableism, where it is more like you believe what the world has said about you. I'm not sure if I'm phrasing this right. Like all of the ableist messages that the world is sending you, instead of saying like, oh, that's wrong, you sort of like internalize it and it ends up being something that you believe too, to a certain degree. Good. And if you're not really connected to the wider disability community, if you don't have like awareness of that, good, that can be a lot worse. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of ableism even among disabled people too. Fuck. To abolish oppression is to abolish monetary systems. The love of money is the root of all evil. I am absolutely anti-capitalist. That's something I say a lot is good, and you'll probably hear me repeat it a lot, is capitalism is inherently ableist. Fuck. Just because like you can't have a system where you have to work and basically produce and acquire capital to live that doesn't discriminate against disabled people. Even among SSI and SSDI, like the reason that I am on SSI is because I don't work and because I'm in a capitalist society that says you must work to live. Fuck, because I haven't worked before, but they don't give me enough from the government to live. So yeah, a lot of people think that fuck, this can be solved through like social programs or benefits, but even in countries where the benefits are better, I haven't really seen that ever play out the way people think it does. Cats. Good. Measuring through work is both ableist and absurd. Yes, I think even apart from disability, like the saying you have to work to live when we have like enough resources to take care of people is just kind of appalling. But like our constitution says in theory that you have the right to life, and that should be a right. But it's not a right if you can't get a job, you're going to end up like homeless and starving on the street. Like that's not oh, there's a contradiction there. That I'm getting a lot of brain fog. I might have to stop soon, but we'll see how long my brain holds out. I did have some coffee to see if that might help, but I don't know. It feels like the more like I sit up a lot of the time, like my thoughts just keep like slowing down. Um, but so again, if I sound like not the smartest, it's because I'm slowly getting less smart the longer the stream goes on. Um, but yeah. Or fuck. Virginia. If you want to talk to me, I do have a Twitter. It's at Twitchy Spoonie. So you can find me on there. Capitalism also doesn't value the labor that disabled people do. It isn't that we don't work, it's that our work isn't profitable. Yes, precisely. I will say that there's people who can't work. But by almost any definition, I know even with my disease, which is ME or myalgic encephalomyelitis, there's people who have to live in a dark room. They can't have any sound. They can't really move a lot. Can't talk. That and I know that that's not the only disease that's like that. So I do want to acknowledge that. Um, but absolutely also under the capitalist system, fuck the work that disabled people who can work do is very undervalued. Whether it's because we need accommodations or we can't work consistently, which is my problem. Fuck. Or anything like that. I will talk about my job right now, which I don't talk a lot about on social media, so I won't be giving too much details, but I will say my job right now is a lot less. I mean, it's still capitalist because we're in a capitalist system, but it's a lot less capitalist than a lot of other jobs, which is why I think it works so well. But the only reason that I can be there is because they allow me to work a lot less and a lot less consistently because they don't really have me there for profit. And because I'm not there for profit, I can do what work I can, and it's a lot more valued. But so I will say, even from my own limited personal experience, that if I was working in any other company where I had to create money for the company or I had to have a completely like consistent work output, that wouldn't work. But when it's not all about profit and gaining capital and all of that, that I can actually provide a lot more and I'm a lot more valued in that way. Does that make sense? I hope I, I hope that analogy is making sense to everyone. Fuck. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Low T Charlie. Okay. Capitalism has created enough wealth that people don't need to work. People with severe disability have had a hard time surviving 200 years ago. Fuck. Yeah, I think, to be honest, we would have created a lot more without capitalism, but that's another, like, complicated. My brain's probably not functioning well enough to explain that in total detail. But, but yeah, it is true that we do have more than enough resources to take care of everybody. Actually, a lot of our resources get thrown away or wasted or destroyed to keep them, like, rare enough to jack up the prices and make a bigger profit off of them. Fuck. So we're actually destroying our wealth. Which is so. The more you think about capitalism, the more absurd it is. But good keys. But yeah, we absolutely have more than enough resources to take care of everybody. It just gets hoarded by a few rich jerks. Oh, oh, that oh, I do not know about Miyazaki's views on capitalism, but that sounds interesting. Oh, that fuck. Oh yeah, I'm definitely uploading this video. But and I want to do a lot more streams when I do have the energy. I think I will more because I'm not as busy right now as I was during the summer. Um, oh, keys. I wish I could do more than just live streams, but my illness has gotten a lot worse, and there's other things to do with Tourette's that makes everything else hard. Um, but I figure it's better to do some live streams that are a little all over the place, and get my voice out there than not do anything. So, but yeah, this will absolutely be available after the stream. Keys. The Book of the Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi, Book of Philosophy. Please read it. What? I actually can't read books unless they're in audio form, and even audio form can be hard depending on the voice. I have a lot, and you can probably tell in this video, I have a lot of attention issues. Okay, and brain fog makes it hard. If it's in an audio form that's like either very, very cheap or free, I'd like to know about that because I do like to learn about stuff still. Fuck. Um, has following in videos. Oh, I'll have to look for that. I'm the same with reading. I need audiobooks. Yeah. That's also something that frustrates me about the left is so much of it revolves around books that people study, and I'm glad that people read these books. They sound like great books. But it frustrates me when people are like, if you're a real leftist, you need to have read such and such. And I'm like, I can't read. I mean, obviously I can read a little bit because I'm following the chat, but I can't read like that. Like occasionally I'll read a couple articles, and sometimes I struggle with that. But like holding my attention for like an entire book is almost impossible. I suppose if I tried really, really hard, it might be possible, but by then it's almost not worth it. Not to mention there's other people who can't read. Fuck, like it seems like such a ridiculous ableist notion. It's like maybe fuck. I don't know. I think more people need to be putting information like that in video format because that's how I've learned what most of what I know about capitalism and socialism and communism and anarchism and fuck all of that stuff. But and I mean, I have a lot to learn, and there's a lot of stuff that isn't available in video format, but I've still learned a lot, and I still feel like I have a lot of important stuff to say. Fuck, even if I can't read certain books all the time. But I don't know, that's just something that annoys me. Fuck off. I'm an academic and also hate when leftist academics act this way. Yeah, and there's a lot of fuck, there's a lot of ableism and classism too when it comes to understanding terms and academic terms. Not that I think academic terms are bad. But maybe we shouldn't always expect everyone to automatically understand them, or like there should be more resources in just plain English. Fuck, or more resources to understand these terms. But yeah, that's also something that bothers me a lot. Leftist theory has a lot to learn from you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, and I agree. I know that probably sounds like, I don't know, I don't want to sound arrogant, fuck, but I think just because a lot of leftists haven't paid attention to disability at all, but even if I do this so imperfectly, a lot of this stuff is going to be important and new and novel, not because it's amazing or brilliant or whatever, but just because people aren't thinking of it. So yeah, it's not that I'm arrogant, but I do think a lot of leftists do have a lot to learn from me. Fuck, because they haven't spoken to someone like me. The goal of socialism is communism. I'm not saying capitalism perfect. Nothing man creates is. That I would agree that the goal of socialism is communism. That's absolutely. I tend to use them interchangeably, which is kind of bad of me. Fuck, but I absolutely am trying to get to a stateless, moneyless, classless society. I had trouble remembering all that. Good, but that, and definitely with anarchism, my hand is getting just so tired. I'm definitely trying to question and abolish unjust hierarchies and all of that. And I think communism is sort of part of that. Oh, Keys, you're an anarchist? Yes. Sorry, I keep adjusting. I'm probably gonna end soon, even though I don't want to. I've talked about a lot though. Keys, where were you born? Where you were born has more to do with your political leanings than anything else. But that might be true. I know America is a lot more right. I think it also has to do with who you were born as and in what context. That I think if you have a lot of privilege, it's going to be a lot harder to see certain things. But though I do think there is some amount of choice involved. Fuck. Okay, wealth is not paper hoarded by billionaires. Wealth is the stuff you buy with the paper, yes. But to have more wealth in the world, more stuff needs to be produced to be available for people. Well, we actually have we produce more than we need, and a lot of it gets thrown away by wealthy people. So it's a little bit, economics is complicated. But cats, I'm fucking gay. Hi, fuck you. Gay. Hi, I'm gay. How do I meet people? A lot of the times I don't online. But well, I do sometimes. I've been home a lot more lately, but I might be again. I've been busy. Um, but that's not necessarily because of my Tourette's. That's more because of my chronic illness, and because I have to spend a lot of time laying down, essentially doing nothing. I'm getting out of the closet. Yes, I am. Fuck. But yeah, meeting people with a disability is hard. Fuck. Oh, I'd say my Tourette's is a lot less challenging with that though, but I know a lot of people have different experiences with that. Mm. Oh, oh. Yeah, I don't know, because everyone with Tourette's is so different. So I don't know exactly what issues you're having, like if it's something physical getting in the way or social anxiety or stigma or that honestly like but yeah, even in Tourette's disability is very broad. Oh, the keys. Fuck. Yeah, I find it funny that my Tourette says like hi, I'm gay. Um, because I am. Because usually my tics are not accurate in the slightest. So I don't know. It's kind of funny to me. But oh, I don't have TS. It's combat injuries. Yeah, good. Oh, oh yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. Socializing is hard. I don't do a lot of it outside of the internet. But uh, get basic economics. I don't like Thomas Sowell. My dad's a huge fan of that guy, but eh. I suppose I'm not that familiar with him, but the things I have heard are very off. Is everyone ableist because we all value being able to do things, right? Um, well, we all do value being able to do stuff, but that's not. I think it gets exacerbated a lot by the society that we live in, and especially capitalism. Because again, when you have to be able to work and not only work, but work in a certain way to earn the right to life, basically, um, that affects our minds, right? Hey, SRFK Snippets? Oh, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but hi. I'm actually gonna end in probably like 10, 15 minutes. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm seeing how long I can go with my brain fog hasn't actually gotten as bad as I thought. Um, but just so you know, it might soon. Oh, Ebba. I've totally forgot what I was talking about. That that I think it is an able people's responsibility to aid people who aren't able. Sometimes that can be complicated because disability doesn't just mean like unable. I think disability is when you either can't, have trouble, or need accommodation to do the things you need to do in your everyday life and also to accomplish your goals. But so it's not just that like you're unable to do stuff. It could be that I'm trying to think of an example like you need to write a paper but you have a coordination disorder, so you need to type it instead of getting um fuck a pen and paper like the rest of the class might do. Um but I do think it's a lot up to able to society to listen to disabled people and to provide those accommodations and yeah, care when it's needed. um that we should be a society that takes care of each other in general, not just for like disabled people. But you know, when people are falling on hard times or I don't know, we all need each other. Like no one can just go out and like if you went out in the wilderness and tried to survive just like on your own, fuck, without relying on anybody else, like most people would fail at that. Like we all need each other to do the things we need to do in life. Fuck, and I think we just need to be more aware of that and create a society that does take care of everybody. And that's not, obviously, that includes disabled people, and for disabled people, that might be a little bit different. That sometimes we might rely on society a lot more, depending on what we have. But that's just generally true for everyone. Oh, that like you wouldn't have like half the food you have with other people. My family's coming home. um, idealism is easier in theory than in practice. Again, it would require monetary abolishment. I totally agree. Even in a lot of socialism and capitalism, I think that there's a lot of ways that that could go wrong, and we should not just like throw it away because capitalism has already gone wrong and we need something else. But I think we should be aware of that and that try to still be aware that it's not going to be perfect and we should always be improving it. That What do you mean by religious systems, Matt? That Thank you, Goncalo Free. Sorry if I pronounced that right, but thanks. Even religion is corrupted for selfish gains. Yeah, I totally agree. I think a lot of even I'm a Christian, um, but a lot of like Christianity has been totally co-opted to be fascist, and colonialist and everything that comes with that. So it really depends on what you're talking about, and also I don't think you can make a whole society be a certain religion. So I don't know that like you can mobilize religious people to create a better society. There is such a thing as like liberation theology. Um but I don't think it's like the whole answer. Keys. That I'm actually queer and Christian, so that also I'm probably gonna stop in like 2 minutes. We'll leave it at like an hour and 10 minutes. Make it a nice round number. I don't know. I don't really care about that, but it'll look nicer. But Kevin, the fuck. What I think that's more capitalism that focuses on what you can and can't do. I really like the phrase to each according no, from each according to their ability, to each according to their need. To me that takes a lot of the emphasis off of ability, whereas in capitalism you have to have certain abilities to survive and thrive in it. Yeah, I'm gonna be going in like 1 minute, so maybe I'll take one more short question if anyone has any. But other than that, well, actually, yeah, this should be the end. But it was good to like come out here and get my thoughts out, and hopefully I've educated some people or given some people a different perspective. Yeah, my brain's going, but it's been a good stream. I hope I get to do this again soon. I hope my illness is good and my schedule will let me. But it's been good to see y'all. Bye. Good. If I can end it. Sorry, awkward. Come on, phone. No. Yes, stop the stream. Okay, for real now. Bye.